The birth centenary of Kazi Nazrul Islam, a poet of the people of a resurgent nation, was widely celebrated on the 26th of May 1998, reciting his unforgettable poems, singing his inspiring songs, and recalling his great contribution in the realm of Bengali literature and in giving impetus to freedom fighters. Say, O courageous one, say, I hold my head. The Himalayas look at mine and humbly bow their peaks. Many such lines he wrote with passion to raise the zeal and determination of the people in breaking the shackles of the motherland. Giving a clarion call to the younger generation to surge ahead, he wrote, March on, the drum resounds in the sky above, the earth below is all agog. You, the core of youth of the scarlet dawn, march on, march on. We shall knock at the door of dawn and usher in the bright red morning. We shall put an end to the murky night and to obstacles as big as mountains. Rebel poet Kazi Nazrul Islam will always be looked upon as the abiding messenger of revolt for political and social freedom. Purulia village in Burdwan district of West Bengal. Here, Nazrul Islam was born on the 24th of May 1899. He was the second of three sons and one daughter of Kazi Fakir Ahmad and Zabeda Khatun. After preliminary learning, Nazrul joined the Sirsol Raj High School, where he was granted free studentship and free lodging by the local landlord. As a brilliant student, he got double promotion from class 8 to class 10. But as he lost his father at the age of 15 and the family was reduced to abject poverty, Nazrul had to look for a job for the family's subsistence. He left school and joined the 49th Bengali Regiment with a patriotic motive that military training would someday come useful in the fight for the country's liberation. That was 1914, and the world was plunged into war. As Nazrul was born in the lap of muses, he continued to write poetry even in the midst of war and mailed them to Bangiya Musalman Sahitya Patrika, Calcutta, in which his first poem, Mukti, was published in 1919. The 49th Bengali Regiment was disbanded in March 1920, and Nazrul returned to Calcutta. That was the time of non-cooperation and the Khilafat movement. The political unrest dragged Nazrul into its fold. He came very close to veteran communist leader Muzaffar Ahmad, on whose advice Nazrul decided to stay in Calcutta and to pursue his literary career. Thus began the most fruitful chapter of Kazi Nazrul Islam at the age of 21. Poems, songs, ballads, stories, novels and essays started pouring from his powerful pen in quick succession. Soon he emerged as a prolific writer. Nazrul also associated himself in political journalism. He started editing A.K. Fazlul Huq's Navajug, planned and published Dhumketu, and wrote many inspiring articles in Langol and Gonabani and Kallol, a magazine of the avant-garde writers of those days. In each of his articles, Nazrul aspired to inflame the popular passion with grim seriousness. In 1923, he was arrested for writing a provocative poem, Anandamoyir Agumane, a direct attack on the British rule. He was sentenced to 1 year's imprisonment and locked up in Hooghly jail. Tagore sent a telegram, "Give up the hunger strike. Our literature claims you." Tremendous public pressure compelled him to break his fast of 39 days. The propagator of communal harmony, Nazrul himself married a Hindu woman, Pramila Sengupta, on the 24th of April 1924. They had three sons, Bulbul, Shoboshachi and Aniruddha. Unfortunately, Bulbul died at an early age.
দুর্গমগিরি কান্তার মরু দুস্তর পারাবার লঙ্ঘিতে হবে রাত্রি নিশীথে যাত্রীরা হুঁশিয়ার, দুলিতেছে তরি ফুলিতেছে জল, ভুলিতেছে মাঝি পথ, ছেড়ে আছে পাল কে ধরিবে হাল।
As at heart he was secular, so Nazrul could write with the same passion about Goddess Kali and Islam. In his famous song Kandari Hushyar, he wrote, "Does it matter if the dying be Hindus or Muslims? Oh brother, I only know they are equally victorious sons of one same glorious mother."
জিজ্ঞাসে কোনজন কান্ডারি, বলো ডুবিছে মানুষ সন্তান মোর মার।
He composed more than 3,000 songs, introduced several new programs for radio, and also composed music for plays and films. Nazrul's songs, like his poems, equally moved the intellectuals and the common man, so he can truly be called the people's poet. In 1939, his devoted wife was stricken with paralysis from the waist downward. That was a great shock to him. When Nazrul had to keep watch on her daily needs, he also fell seriously ill in July 1942. On the 30th of June 1962, Pramila Nazrul passed away, leaving her seriously sick husband in a helpless condition.
ফুলেরো জলসায় নীরব কেন কবি, ভোরেরো হাওয়ায় কান্না পাওয়ায়, ভোরেরো হাওয়ায়।
This is the house in Calcutta where Kazi Nazrul Islam spent his last days, without writing any creative line and speaking any word for many years. After the birth of Bangladesh, Nazrul was cordially taken to Dhaka by the government of the new nation. He was declared the national poet of Bangladesh. At Dhaka, he suddenly became seriously ill and breathed his last on the 29th of August 1976. Thus ended the life of an uncompromising rebel poet who, due to illness, had to remain speechless for almost 34 years. During the span of his creativity, Nazrul Islam used his natural talent to voice sorrows and agony, hopes and aspirations of the people with whom his kinship of heart was complete. But his work will continue to inspire the minds of many generations to come.